They give their all, pushing their bodies and minds to the limit.
There's not a day that she's not fighting the urge to give in.
Despite adversity.
I had nothing. I was born on the side of the road from nothing.
I definitely thought that there's a chance that I wouldn't swim again.
Doubt.
I don't know if I've ever realized I had the talent. I certainly had the desire.
And fatigue.
This Olympic cycle is pretty rough, and this sport is in general.
We celebrate their drive, their talents, and their success. We celebrate athletes who inspire.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for this special presentation, Athletes Who Inspire. I'm Andrew Martin.
And I'm Simone Eli. We're going to introduce you to 5 incredible athletes, each of different ages and sports, who show every day that there's much more to being a competitor than what you see when the lights come on.
When you close your eyes and think of an athlete, what do you see? Does a man in his mid-80s come to mind? For Terry Harper, age is really just a number. A 5-time Stanley Cup champion, he still puts on skates and plays competitively to show he's still got it. When Terry Harper stops and really thinks about it, he's been playing hockey for 80 years, since the early 1940s.
We probably started when I was 4 and 5 years old in that area. I got a couple of picture or two that show me in a uniform, a hockey uniform.
An early look at his future. Terry Harper was born in a different era, in a different country, Canada. But he always loved the game.
I don't know if I've ever realized I had the talent, but I certainly had the desire.
To one day play in the NHL. In 1963, he made his NHL debut for the Montreal Canadiens.
I remember the first game where I failed miserably. I fell going backwards and Gordie Howe shot past me, but I recovered from that pretty quickly.
Terry Harper would go on to play 19 seasons in the NHL. He was an all-star defenseman. He played for 5 teams, winning 5 Stanley Cups, all with Montreal.
Pretty hard to describe. It's something that every young hockey player has as a goal.
In 1981, Terry Harper retired. He wasn't sure what to do next, so he took a job in real estate, which took him to California. That's where he also got into winemaking and flying. But he got back into hockey. A friend convinced him to play in a Snoopy tournament in Santa Rosa, California. That's a tournament for seniors.
And had the greatest time in hockey that I've ever had, I think. It was so much fun playing with all these older people.
I look up to him a lot, and everybody does, at the rink. He defies time. He's kind of like not aging right now. He's going backwards almost.
I had always hoped to make the NHL, and was lucky enough to do that, and then to have a career that lasted over that long in the NHL, and just unbelievable.
Fun fact about Terry Harper, he's the reason the NHL has separate penalty boxes for each team. He and a Maple Leafs player got into a fight in the shared penalty box back in 1963. A change was made a couple of days later.
Our next athlete was also born in Canada, but now she competes for the United States at the Olympic level. Kaylee Humphries has taken home gold for both countries, the first Olympian to accomplish that feat. Yes, she's blazing a trail on and off the bobsleigh track, and now doing it while balancing a new title as mom.
Where's your puppy? Where's your dog?
Bowls, colanders. This is what I want to play with.
Oh! The simplest things get kids happy.
Like many new moms, Kaylee Humphries starts her morning with a cup of coffee in one hand and her baby in the other.
A little cinnamon sugar, a little treat in the morning, Just feel like I need it.
But unlike many new moms, Humphries is preparing for her 6th Olympic Winter Games.
Getting older.
I was gonna ask, what's the timeline look like?
We're gonna see how it goes. If I can double gold it, I'm done. Hands down, peacing out.
Walking out, go out on top.
Mic drop, I'm out.
Love it.
That's the ultimate goal, and that would definitely be my farewell.
Where did he go?
Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. This season is rough, which is why Travis we've had to fully commit to this journey and dream, because this Olympic cycle is pretty rough, and this sport is in general.
From Canada to Team USA, her bobsled has carried nations to glory.
My first Olympics, 2006.
10, 14, 18. I went, competed, won, got medals.
But Kaylee Humphries is more than a 3-time Olympic champion. She's a trailblazer whose determination has forever changed the face of her sport.
We only ever had one event where men had 2. Men had 2 men and 4 men, women only had 2 men. And I lobbied for a lot of years to show women were capable because I was told we're not strong enough, we're not skilled enough drivers. That then opened the door to, okay, we need equal medal opportunity, at least allow that, which is how monobob was born.
And it's only fitting that the first ever Olympic monobob competition would end with Humphries atop the podium in Beijing for Team USA.
Pressure was high, and to have that gold medal was just, it really meant everything. It was much more than being the best in the world. It was a culmination of a lot of different battles internally and individually that I had to fight to get through.
That golden moment in Beijing marked the end of one battle. But at the very same time, her greatest test was unfolding off the track.
How you feeling? Did you lay all your eggs?
A year before the 2022 Winter Games, Kaylee was diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis, the start of a 3-year fight to become a mother.
IVF is such a trip because they set the scenario up. Okay, you're going to pick the best quality egg, you're going to pick the best this, and so this is the one you should be successful. And it wasn't. And then it wasn't again, and it wasn't again. Thinking, but aren't we we're getting less and less likely for this thing to work out, so what do you keep going?
I think you look back and you go, okay, why didn't they work? But you also have to look back and go, okay, we were meant to have that kid. And that embryo was the one we were supposed to have. So when I look at it that way, it makes the hard ones not so crappy.
You know, some of the failed transfers, it does kind of think like, well, you know, what would have, what would they have been? And you don't know.
It was a 2.5-year process. We went through 2 rounds of egg retrieval. We had 4 transfers. We had 3 failed, and it was on the 4th transfer that Alden took. It worked, and there was definitely times in sport that got me through the IVF stuff, and then there was times going through the IVF stuff now. I'm going to be able to take a lot of that, and I really do feel stronger and better mentally and physically going forward into sport because of the IVF stuff. I feel more complete and more whole. I know I can take on and handle things that I am not prepared for or that I don't know, and I would have never had that confidence before.
Remarkably, less than 6 months after giving birth, Humphries was back on the ice, competing in the World Cup in Germany. She finished 7th with the top sled for Team USA.
Some of the qualifications for the Olympics this year started last year. So I didn't have a choice just to take last year off.
These days, workouts look a bit busier for the world's most decorated female bobsledder.
I wouldn't change it for a single thing. Ultimately, the best thing we got was my son out of this and being able to be parents.
Go, 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 go. Kaylee, Travis, and their son Alden train together just about every day.
Well, I'll probably do it for 10
It's just an acceptance of chaos. That's really what it is. To say that I've given something up, you know, when you give, you do get. And what I've gotten by giving something up, it's just immeasurable, the time that I get to spend with her, the things I've gotten to see.
Kaylee is actually the first athlete that I've coached who's had a baby and come back, and I've been training them again.
Stu McMillan is the CEO of Altus, an elite training company based in Phoenix.
Stu has been my coach. Stu has seen me through so many different phases of life, from 19 years old until now 40. Having that support from a coach and a mentor, and then him becoming friend to now a part of my family.
You do not put him in the bobsled.
And McMillan has seen that evolution firsthand.
What has really stood out to me over the course of, almost 20 years of coaching her, is her just growing up, maturing, understanding who she is as a human being, watching the journey of her just becoming a woman and then becoming a wife and a mother. That's the most interesting thing.
And for Kaylee, that's become the most important thing.
It's very much about the journey and us traveling together and us being together and us doing this together as a family with Alden and me becoming a mom and getting back in shape. All of these steps matter just as much as racing at the Olympics for me. So hopefully I medal and hopefully I'm on top of the podium. But if I'm not, I'm okay with it because I got the gold medal with him. I got to become a mom, and that was the greatest thing. So this 4 years is already wrapped up. It's kind of like a victory tour.
She suffered brutal injuries days before she was set to compete in the Olympics.
It was emotionally, I think, more traumatizing than I realized.
But that wasn't enough to keep Jackie Wiles down. In fact, her trajectory is up, up, way up. Her story next.
Welcome back to Athletes Who Inspire. Our next athlete, alpine skier Jackie Wiles, is used to going downhill fast. Her career has been on the up and up from the time she was young.
She made it to the Olympics. She got to the top of the mountain, but had to start all over again, battling back from a severe injury. However, she picked up some new skills along the way.
Hands a little bit further back. Yep. Oh yeah. Smooth. Breathe. Exhale at the top.
Most weekday mornings, you'll find Jackie Wiles at the gym.
Flex. Don't just lift.
The encouragement and the adjustments come from Troy Harvey. He's been her trainer for the past 16 years. That's half her life.
I think the most impressive thing about Jackie is there's not a day that she's not in pain.
In 2014, Jackie Wiles was 21 years old. She was on the national team for the first time, and she qualified for her first Olympics in Sochi, Russia.
I was just bright-eyed and excited, taking it all in. It was a lot of new experiences.
It was a moment she'd been working towards since she was 2 years old. That's when she started skiing. She started racing at the age of 5.
I gravitated towards skiing because it's a sport unlike any other. The feelings that you can create are so unique. You really are out there going as fast as you're willing to commit to.
On February 3rd, 2018, Jackie Wiles was going fast in Germany at a World Cup race. That's when she fell hard. She'd had injuries in her career, but not like this. Multiple torn knee ligaments, a broken fibula, and perennial nerve damage. And the timing couldn't have been worse. It was just days before she was about to leave for her second Olympics.
It was emotionally, I think, more traumatizing than I realized.
My cell phone rings, and he just said, I'm Dr. So-and-so with the ski team, and I'm here with your daughter. And she wanted me to let you know she's okay.
You can still see the scars 7 years later. Jackie Wiles doesn't hide them. She didn't know it at the time, but she'd need 3 surgeries in 5 months.
Honestly, I never had a thought of wanting to give up. I knew that if I just kept working hard, I could get back to where I wanted.
During her recovery, she discovered another way to go fast.
Prop clear. I took a moment to realize, I can only ski race for so much longer, and I realized, I needed to find something else, a career that would excite me. I love flying on the side because it gives me a different outlet from skiing. But yeah, the feeling of just being up there and seeing the world below from a different viewpoint, I think is incredible. You really see a different perspective.
She's logged about 200 hours in the air, on the slopes. That's also a perspective not many people see. Even fewer have seen it from Lindsey Vonn's perspective, the most successful female alpine skier in history. For a long time, she's been there for Jackie Wiles.
And entering my second year, she realized that I wasn't fully funded and had to pay to be on the team. And so she, really helped me out, took me under her wing, made me an ambassador for her foundation, and I put her logo on my helmet, and she really became a mentor, and over the years now a good friend.
Good. Yep, there you go, good.
She's a really strong person. She's probably the strongest I've ever met. She has goals and she knows what she wants.
When I was 10, we went to the Olympics in Salt Lake, and that was the first time that I saw it on the world stage and realized that it was the sport that I could really pursue.
Not long after I interviewed Jackie Wiles, she was actually injured in a plane crash. She was not flying the plane, and her injuries are not life-threatening. We wish her all the best.
Still to come, diving into the deep end.
I already knew that it wasn't good.
A college swimmer's life changed in an instant.
It was a total shock. It came out of left field.
How Aaron Baltaitis persevered through 2 surgeries and 12 weeks of chemo. And the goal in front of him now that he's cancer-free.
Welcome back to Athletes Who Inspire. Swimming isn't just a sport about physical stamina. Your mindset also has to meet the moment. Northwestern swimmer Aaron Baltaitis knows this all too well.
Following a devastating diagnosis, he was kept afloat on the road to recovery by his coach and his teammates, but perhaps most importantly, by his mother's love. Kate Rooney shares with us this swimmer's strength.
When Aaron is in the pool, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
How are you feeling today? Pretty good.
Aaron Baltaitis has spent most of his life in and out of the pool.
I was 10, and I just fully started focusing on swimming. I hated it so much, I would also have to get bribes. Like this many gold times, you get an iPad. You get like this many of this time, you get a new phone.
It only took a few bribes before Aaron truly fell in love with the sport. After a decorated high school career in New Jersey, he was off to compete for the Division I Northwestern University swim team.
I love just working hard, feeling my body I feel like it's breaking down, but just trying to push through a little more.
But in 2024, pushing through took on a whole new meaning.
It was a total shock. It was a total shock. It came out of left field. I actually thought he was joking when he said that he was going for an ultrasound.
An ultrasound ordered by the swim team's head athletic trainer to determine why Aaron had been experiencing increasingly intense testicular pain.
I kind of just knew that whatever it was wasn't good, and then when he texted me saying to come to his office the next morning, I already knew that it wasn't good.
Anything but good. At just 18 years old, Aaron had testicular cancer. The day after he was diagnosed, he got the results of a CT scan, revealing something even worse. The cancer had spread. Aaron had 27 tumors in his abdomen. Those tumors turned out to be a type of cancer that is chemotherapy resistant.
When I first heard that, I was like, what does that mean? Is he gonna live?
And it just all hit me at once, and I just started bursting in tears in the middle of the weight room.
He immediately packed his bags and flew home, and the very next day had surgery to remove the tumor in his testicle. Then came 12 long weeks of chemotherapy.
Even though they only treat this kind of cancer with surgery, they still recommend chemotherapy. And so he basically got the worst of both worlds.
After chemo, another surgery, this time to remove the tumors in his abdomen. From the moment he was diagnosed, Aaron's mom was his caregiver.
I just viewed it as my job, as just something that I have to do. We have to get Aaron well.
I might not be here if it wasn't for my mom, so I think that we got a lot closer. We watched a lot of rom-coms.
Aaron also had plenty of visitors, from his siblings to friends and teammates to his coach at Northwestern.
I walked into the waiting room and didn't recognize him, and I think that was hard.
But as Aaron's body changed, as he gained weight and lost hair, he never wavered from his goal: get back in the pool.
The determination and the motivation that you get for wanting to be an elite athlete, I mean, that's kind of what helped me beat this.
6 weeks after his second surgery, Aaron returned to Northwestern and started physical therapy. 6 weeks after that, he was in the water.
Looking at how and what he's doing now, it proves how resilient, determined, and what type of person he is.
He just showed me that he's the strongest and most resilient person that I know.
Aaron is channeling that resilience into a new passion, sharing his experience in the hopes of encouraging other young people to take charge of their own health.
You just need to be your own advocate. I mean, if something's wrong, then you need to tell somebody about it.
Now that he's cancer-free, Aaron is back to focusing on a much more enjoyable goal in the pool: making the NCAA championships.
That's been a goal of mine for a long time, so I would love to do that this year, and we'll see what the future holds.
When we come back,
I just want my story to inspire others in as many different ways as possible.
One final profile of perseverance.
Welcome back to Athletes Who Inspire. Our final athlete had curveballs thrown her way long before she stepped to the plate at the collegiate level.
Yeah, and they're curveballs that Sam Rowe almost never spoke about publicly up until the end of her senior year.
I was born on the side of the road. I was very much a surprise.
Yes, Sam Rowe was abandoned by her birth mother at a Florida hospital. A nurse there called a close friend in the middle of the night and told her to come down. That woman ended up adopting Rowe and raising her.
To come into this family that was nothing but love and acceptance, I just think that's amazing. And for me, like, I want to adopt someday because of my parents and because of the love they showed me.
As Rowe grew up, she became a dominant force on the softball field. First, playing for the Florida Gators, before transferring to play for the Louisiana Raging Cajuns on a full-ride scholarship. She was a hit on the diamond, twice making second team All-Sun Belt. And in one of her final games, she delivered a walk-off hit to send Louisiana to the semifinals of the Sun Belt Conference Championship Tournament. Now that her playing days are over, she says she's focused on making a difference.
I just want my story to inspire others in as many different ways as possible. If I want them to feel that love as well.
Rowe is finishing up her bachelor's degree while giving private softball lessons and tutoring special needs children.
she and the 4 other athletes whose stories we just presented embody what it means to compete, to have a winner's mentality, and to overcome any and all obstacles. We hope they inspire you as much as they inspire us. Thanks for watching Athletes Who Inspire. I'm Andrew Martin.
And I'm Simone Eli. We'll see you next time.